welcome all. And I would like to introduce myself first. I'm Burcu, and I'm from Turkey. And I'm an education technology coordinator, and working with teachers to integrate technology. And I have been teaching for 13 years. And I honestly say that it is the only tool that I can see expand so much rapidly in the school so fast and without doing nothing, you know. So teachers and students embrace this tool, the Google Apps education, I mean, so quickly and so effortless. We have been using Google Apps for education since 2012. And I'm Google certified trainer as of 2013, and with my trio of colleagues as well. So we are Google certified people. And I would like to talk about just a part of the Google Apps for education because it's a huge, huge world. So I would like to talk about the Google Forms, and I would like to look at the more educational and teaching perspectives. Can I see how many of you are teacher here? Okay, it's good. Okay. And so we are going to use a very similar language to each other. And any of you have internet connection just right now? Do you have any internet connection right now? Oh, I wish we have. Anyway, we have the Google form here. So this is the entry form. And if we have an internet connection, we can submit this form, and we can look at the results. But let's do it by the hand signs. So how many of you use Google Form before in your life? It doesn't matter in education, anytime. Okay. How many of you use in your classroom? Okay. Okay. And did you use it for surveys? Yeah, survey? No? Did you use it for creating a form? Yeah, good, okay. Quiz? Yeah, good. And a feedback? Have a feedback? Okay. Unfortunately, I don't remember who you are, you know. If I have a Google form and if you submit it, I already know that who did what and what would be the answers and what would be the results. So you can use those kind of questions with your students, but the challenge here, you don't remember who said what after using those kind of questions with your students. So I would like to tell a little information about the formative assessment, because it's a very it's perceived by different people. Because formative assessment is not a package. It's not a set of techniques. It's a philosophy of teaching and learning, and in which the assessment is for learning. It's not assessment of learning. It's for learning. You are using formative assessment strategies to check students' understanding, or check their engagement, or check for yourself if you're on the right path, or if you're on your own right path, or if you're therefore according to your goals and professional goals. So when it's continuous, anytime, anywhere, and you can use this as well at the end. It's up to you. If you want to learn, if you want to know what students are learning and what they understand, or what's the problem about their skills, you're using formative assessment strategies. So those are strategies of you as a teacher using every day in your classroom. But how Google Form helps you? It is so obvious that you can track your students' understanding, check your students' understanding, give feedback to understanding. So it's really, really easy to use and really handful if you are in our classroom, if you have lots of students, we various teach students. And you can use Google Form for all of those purposes. So let me show you a little demonstration how it is easy to create a Google form. Basically, go to Create and go to Form, and it asks you and Form, And let's choose a template, and OK. OK, it's basically now you created your form. And there are 3 parts. The first part is if you are a Google Apps for Education user, you will see the first part at the beginning. So these are according to the more privacy settings of your Google form. So at the end, there's a part also about the confirmation. So according to the confirmation settings, you can choose and uncheck and check all those check boxes. And easy to create a question, for example, name. And you can write, please write full name kind of thing. And is it a multiple choice? No? No? What kind of question is this? Text, great. Now, OK, do you want it to required question? Yeah, OK, and done. Now it's ready for my first question. So I would like to create one more question. What I'm going to do? Add edit item, great. And I would like to add a picture. OK. Do I have an internet connection? Yes. I can search. For example, I'm Robert College. I'm from Robert College. It's my beautiful campus. And I put the picture of it. And you can put pictures and videos and let them students to answer some questions and get their feedback. So it's also a great feature of it. So, and I can add one more question more, and I'm done. And then just one question. OK, let me ask one more question. Which Google app is your favorite? I hope I wrote right. OK. Is this a multiple question? OK. Let me write Drive and Calendar and Mail, let's say. And let me add another other, for example. And done. And this is my question. Oops, I would like to make it multiple. Yes. And I can edit easily and change it. And let me do a checkbox. And now, done. As you see, it's so easy busy, and it's very, very useful tool for teachers. Even for students, they can use those kind of, create those kind of forms for themselves as well. So let me go back to see some of my school examples. OK, at the beginning of my presentation, I said that I'm working with teachers in various levels, in high school, and in various disciplines. This is one of the examples. And one of my teachers, a Turkish language teacher, is using Google Form very much and very often. And this example is for checking for student understanding. They are reading a book, and she's curious about if students are, remember some things about the book. And she's checking if they read the book and comprehend the whole story. So she sends periodically some kind of forms and check their understanding. And then it doesn't stop. And then when they come to the classroom, and when they apply, when they fill in the form, they come together and discuss all these questions and bring and open the discussion. So it's a part of the learning. It's not just, OK, it's not finished, and we can just discuss on it, and what did you say, and what did you write? So everybody has a chance to share their ideas. It's so democratic way of that. Otherwise, in the discussion way, it's not possible to learn how people think. So it's a kind of fun. It's a very romantic, way of it. But there are some questions, open-ended questions, and multiple choice questions, and kind of thing. So this is one of the examples of how to use Google Form in the classroom. OK? Okay. Uh, one of the example from the English teacher, and they are working on digital storytelling project for a long period of time, and students created their own narratives and write their own narratives and create their own digital stories, but teachers tried it the first time in that class with that student. So she would like to have some feedback how it has done, and also it's a way of having reflections for both how she is teaching, for both students how they learned and why they learned and what did they better. So it's just the 2 questions. That is enough. It's very long questions anyway, but there are 2 parts, and students are answering those questions and do some reflections about what they did so far in the digital storytelling project. Let me read some of the examples. For example, here are the examples. As you see, it's not so short answers. For example, writing a narrative is more classic. It's fun, but not as creating a video. When I was creating the digital version of my narrative, it was easier to add emotions, so I think it's more effective. The viewer also feels better and gets more emotion from the video. Reading a narrative is effective, but viewing is more. So she is also reflecting, the teacher also reflecting herself that, okay, I'm really doing a great job. Because we as a teacher need to know that, okay? I need to hear from students. So I don't know how much time I have, but you can do surveys. This is a geography program we have been doing for 2 years, a geography information system, and it's all computerized program, and you can store and evaluate data, and you can analyze data. It's a kind of a big project for our school. So teachers last year are curious about if it works for students, if it's really worthwhile for them, their learning. So they did a very easy survey and to understand if it is scale. It's a scale question. And overall result, they decided to go further and do it again. So it's a great feedback, having feedback from all students as well. Checklist. It doesn't have to be all in the English or in the all in the geography or social science and science. It can be used even in PE. And our PE teachers has some checklists every unit. So he is using after every unit, he is using a checklist and make students understand that where they are and how they accomplished so far in the unit. So you can create some, it's just to make the aware of students, okay, I am on the right path, I am on the right position, So these are the checklists, and you can give those kind of checklists to your students to make understand that, okay, or at the beginning, okay, this is the checklist, at the end you're going to accomplish. So it's a kind of making aware of students what they're going to learn or what they have learned. So it's the most complicated example because math teachers, how many of you math teachers? Sorry, they are very complicated people, I agree, and they're very smart. And he's the first Google certified trainer in Turkey, by the way, and thanks to him, and he gave me this example, and he used Google Form, but he used another script with the Google Form. Name is Flubaro. Have you heard about Flubaro? Okay, I will show you Flubaro. Flubaro is a script and works with Google Form, and it automatically calculates the results for you and grades for you and send individual emails to all students. So it's a very, very easy way to, if you have multiple choice questions, for example, you would like to do some tests for students. If you have multiple questions, it's easy to make Flubaro do it for you, okay? So this is the math question, but this guy likes, tough things. So he gave questions open-ended. So it is so difficult if you make it open-ended. For example, if you write wrongly, it's so difficult for Flubaro to make understand if students write. And also, there are the mathematical expressions, how students going to write their answers. So, he is so smart, I said. He created a guiding document for students. Okay, if this is the expressions, okay, just write like this. So this is a language he created, and he used all that language for whole year. And students know how to write those kind of mathematical explanations. So this is a way of he created, and okay, and he created. So students know how to write correctly. And then here are the student responses. Okay. Flubaro is here. Again, it's a script. If you go to Script Tools, Script Gallery, there are hundreds of scripts. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are great scripts that already write it for you. So go there and just search for what you need. So, for example, sorry, and here, just install it, and it's easy. And as you see, there is a Flubaro menu came, and you can just email grades individually to your students very easily if you would like to have a quiz with your students. Okay? So here is the grades. Sorry. Okay, here are the grades, and you can see there's the email address and person submitted email. It's automatically generated by Flubaro. You're doing nothing. You're just creating your form and just install the Flubaro, and it makes it happen. So there are those kind of scripts you can use. If you need to do something, just search it, and there is a Google for it. Okay. Okay. So, I'm just coming to the end. These are my examples. There are hundreds of examples, but these are the examples I like to show you. And I would like to ask last questions, and I would like you to hold up your hands. Do you think it's for creating a survey? Yes. Hold up your hands. Hold up your hands. Can you develop a Google form for collaboratively? Yes, Alice. Can you give feedback to your students? Yes. And can you publish your survey online to anywhere? Yes. Can you collect data from your students? Yes. Can you grade your quiz? Yes, it does everything. So it's all you need. So these are my examples, and so how we are looking at Google Form. Thank you so much.